We know driving an electric vehicle isn't for everyone, and at Price Ford of Turlock, we'll continue to stock and sell traditional gas and diesel trucks and SUVs for many more years to come. However, recently customers keep asking us, why are these EVs or electric vehicles so popular, and why would anybody living in the Central Valley want one? Here's the top 4 reasons why people think an EV would not be a good fit. 1, buying an EV is too expensive. 2, I drive too many miles and the current EVs don't have enough range for me. 3, charging seems like a hassle and I don't want to sit at a charging station for hours while I'm waiting for my vehicle to charge. And 4, I love driving my gas vehicle and I don't see any reason to change. So over the next few minutes, we'll cover each of these points and try to help people better understand if an EV might be right for them. At the end of this video, we have a special offer for anyone interested in Ford's most popular EV, the 2023 Ford Mach E. So let's get started. For this example, we'll use the 2023 Mach E Select, which starts at $44,795 and is eligible for $3,750 tax credit and state and county incentives like the California Clean rebate of $2,000 and the San Joaquin Air Valley Board rebate of $3,000. Each of them have special requirements, but we'll help you navigate through all the details. And many of our customers have been qualifying for the full $8,750 of incentives, making the Mach E substantially less to own. As we go through the rest of this video, you'll see that not only can you qualify for $8,750 in rebates and tax credits, but the Mach E offers substantially less fuel cost, reduced maintenance cost, and less exposure to expensive gasoline engine repairs, which makes the Mach E a really affordable and smart option. So let's explore what a typical week driving and charging the Mach E would be like. According to the Federal Highway Administration, the average American drives 14,263 miles per year. So let's assume you drive 25% more than the average driver. That would put you at about 18,000 miles a year or 1,500 miles a month. Now, most people drive more on the weekday, traveling back and forth to work, than they do on the weekends. So for our example, let's assume in a month you would drive 22 weekdays at 60 miles per day and 8 weekend days at 25 miles per day. So let's do the math. If you have 22 working days times 60 miles, that's 1,320 miles. 8 weekend days at 25 miles is another 200 miles, and that's 1,520 miles for the month. 1,520 miles for the month times 12 months is well over 18,000 miles a year. So now let's look at Ford's 48 amp level 2 charger. It sells for $799 plus installation. It can be mounted in your garage or outside in the driveway. And you can gain about 25 miles per hour when you plug into the home charger. Now we're ready to look at the charging behavior of this high mileage driver. So we start the week with 100% charge and 250 miles of range. Monday we drive 60 miles with a remaining range of 190 miles. Tuesday we drive another 60 miles with a remaining range of 130 miles. Wednesday, we drive another 60 miles with a remaining range of 70 miles. Wednesday night, you plug in the vehicle at home for the first time for the week, charge the vehicle for 6 hours, adding 25 miles of range per hour, giving you a 150-mile range. Added to the 70, you now have 220 miles of range. Now, just like you don't need to go to the gas station every day and fill up your gas vehicle, you don't need to charge your EV every day either. So Thursday morning, you start the day with 220 miles of range. Thursday, you drive 60 miles. You have a remaining range of 160 miles. Friday, drive another 60 miles with a remaining range of 100 miles. Now you have 100 miles left for the weekend. We drive 25 miles per day or 50 miles for the weekend. And then Sunday night, connect the charger for the second time for 8 hours this time, adding 200 miles of range, and we're back at 100%. Now we're ready to start the week again with 250 miles of range. So the next logical question is, how much does this cost? So for ease, we'll use the average Turlock Irrigation District rates of a little more than 11 cents per kilowatt of electricity used. The Ford 48 amp level 2 charger will use about 11 kilowatts per hour, meaning you'll spend about $1.24 for every hour of charging. So for this high mileage driver in our example who spent 14 hours on the charger in a week, their cost was $17.34 to travel 350 miles. For perspective, if gas was $4.50 per gallon, they could have bought 3.86 gallons of fuel. So if you drove 350 miles on the equivalent of 3.86 gallons of fuel, the Mach E would be getting the equivalent of 90 miles per gallon. If the same person was driving a vehicle getting 25 miles per gallon, they would need 14 gallons of fuel at $4.50 per gallon and a total cost of $63 to travel the same 350 miles. So that means the following would be true. 1. Your Mach E is averaging the equivalent of 90 miles per gallon. 2. In 1 week, the cost to operate the Mach E of $17.34 is much less than operating a gas vehicle at $63. The savings, $45.66 per week. In a year, you would save almost $2,400, approximately $200 a month less in fuel expense. After some of our customers realize how much they can save by driving one of these vehicles, the next things they always ask is, well, what about if I've got to take a trip? I don't want to take a trip from Turlock to Los Angeles and have to stop halfway on a charger for 6 hours, which makes sense. I mean, nobody would want to do that. That's when the Level 3 DC fast chargers come in. And at Price Ford of Turlock, we're installing 200 kilowatt DC fast chargers, and they'll be available soon. However, they're all over California already, including at the Walmart in Turlock, the Walmart in Patterson, as well as the Target in Atwater. These chargers are fast. The Mach E averages 6 miles of range per minute, so that means you get 120 miles of range in 20 minutes or a full charge in less than an hour. So here's what a trip to LA would look like. We start our journey with 100% charge and 250 miles of range on your home charger. We drive to Bakersfield, 190 miles, stop at a DC fast charger. Here are the 2 stations in Bakersfield with Level 3 DC fast chargers. Both have lots of retail shops around them, and this one at the Target in Bakersfield has a Subway, a McDonald's, and a Panera if you want something to eat, drink, or just take a quick break. After 20 minutes of charge, you have added 120 miles of range. You now have 180 miles of range to complete the trip of about 115 miles, and you have plenty of reserve to drive around the area. When you get to your hotel, plug into a Level 2 charger overnight and you're back at 100%. If you're staying with a friend or headed straight home, access a Level 3 charger and get a full charge in less than an hour and head back. So instead of driving a gas-powered vehicle and spending $110 for gas on your 600-mile trip, you spend about $30 to $40 in electricity, stopped once on the way down, once on the way back for 20 minutes, instead of stopping at a gas station for 10 minutes each. And you save $70 to $80. Now, I don't know about you, but I don't mind saving $80 for an extra 20 minutes. So, what about a trip to Las Vegas? The same concept, only this time you stopped once in Bakersfield after 190 miles, then drive 195 more miles to Baker, California, stop again for 20 minutes, then you finish your last 90 miles to Las Vegas. On this trip, you'll spend $50 to $60 in electricity versus $170 in fuel on this over 900-mile round-trip journey. Now that brings us to the last item on our list. I like my gas vehicle, but I don't see any reason to change. So let's review. You can save $150 to $200 per month in fuel expense depending on how many miles you drive. You can get up to $8,750 in tax credits and rebates, which help bridge the gap between the gas engine vehicle and the Mach E, as well as pay for your home charger. You have no more oil changes, no need to stop at a gas station on the way home from work, a standard 10-year, 150,000-mile warranty on the electric battery, which is better than any engine or transmission warranty offered by any manufacturer. And what do you get? The Ford Mach E is designed with a simple, clean, tech-forward interior and a muscular exterior that drops jaws at every turn. More storage than in your traditional vehicle, more horsepower, more torque, more cool technology. Now for that special offer. If after listening to our video you think you might have interest in the 2023 Mach E, we'd like to offer you a complimentary, no-pressure 72-hour test drive. We've purchased 8 2023 Mach E's for our courtesy fleet, and we have them available for you. Just stop by the dealership, call us at the number on the screen, or email us at pricefordofturlock@gmail.com and let our team know you saw this video, and we'll get the ball rolling. We'll set up a time convenient for you, take a few minutes to show you how to charge the vehicle and answer any questions that we didn't get a chance to address in the video, then you take off and experience all the Mach E has to offer. When you return, we'd be happy to answer any additional questions, or you can just throw us the keys and think about if an EV might make sense for you in the future. So thank you for watching, and we hope to hear from you soon at Price Ford of Turlock.